What up YouTube, it's Dave Manic. Got another review for you today. This is on an Mtech balisong designed by Darrel Ralph. It's a Mtech twist, but it's the comb version. And let me show you this real quick. It's a balisong with the comb end on there. Now, some of you may think having a balisong with a comb on it is kind of cheesy, kind of maybe old school 50s greasers type deal. Maybe, I mean, that's what I thought. But sitting down and looking at it for a while, there is, and I think there's a good reason to purchase one, simply because if you wanted to get a trainer balisong, let's say you're starting out, it's good to have a trainer as opposed to getting a regular balisong and taping it up, just because I think it's just, you can carry it on you, as opposed to actually maybe having a balisong which may not be legal in your area. So having a trainer is always good. Having this comb type balisong, although it may be cheesy because of the comb, I mean that's my opinion anyway. I think when you're, let's say if you just happen to be sitting somewhere in public or somewhere flipping this, that this is undeniably not a weapon. It's a comb, you can tell. If you have a trainer like this Kimura style trainer I got here, you see that? It still has a shape of a blade. Now someone that doesn't know any better, I mean, I could look at this, I could look at it and in seconds, and like not even a half a second, tell you that this is trainer, because the trainers usually have holes in them to kind of identify them as a trainer, not as a real knife. Someone who's not a knife person would automatically assume that's a real knife with an edge, and you may get a little bit more attention than you want to and get yourself into some trouble. And even though ultimately they'll say it's a trainer, you're going to be sitting there for 20-30 minutes talking to a cop and all this other stuff, when you could be doing other stuff besides messing with a cop. So that's why I think there is value in a trainer like this, or a comb type style. They are the ones that are bottle opener ones, which are really cool. A lot of bartenders get those and stuff, and that's pretty cool to have there. But I think this comb's actually a lot cooler. Reason being is that the way these handles, the Mtech twist handles, these are the exact same handles they put on their normal balisong. Looking at the specs, I believe according to the specs, this comb is 440C treated steel at 57 on the Rockwell on this. Whether or not that's true, I'm not 100% sure. But as you can see, yeah, that's pretty funny to me. Another thing also with this, let me go over some specs before I keep going here. The comb length is 4 inches. The overall length of this is 9 inches, so it's pretty comparable. It's exactly like your average size balisong. So training with this or flipping with this is almost identical to it. Now, I do have a regular Darrel Ralph Mtech twist. As you can see, handles are identical. As far as weight and balance goes, this comb is just a little bit lighter on the blade side, and it's not really a big issue when you're flipping, because most of the time you want a little bit more weight on your handle to ease the rotation as you're doing rollovers or flips or any kind of transition moves, combo moves or whatever. The added weight in the handle is kind of a nice added touch, or makes your flipping a little easier. So this right here is a pretty good trainer. I've been flipping it quite a bit. It's fun. To tell you the truth, I've got this Kimura style trainer right here, and I like it better than this Kimura style trainer, to tell you the truth. There's better weight, better balance. This comb right here, or the trainer comb, is 20 bucks, so it's not a bad price. I mean, you can get a cheapy balisong for like $5 more, but this is nice. Another feature that I wanted to go ahead, or another thing I noticed too, is that I have a pretty good collection of balisongs, and I've noticed that the handles here, or a lot of the blades, even on the super cheapy ones, the spacing where the torques on the handles mount onto the blade itself are almost dead on, if not right on. So let's say if you have, this trainer right here, you've been flipping it in the Sonata, whatever. If you have a cheapy balisong, let's say one that has press pins in it that are garbage, let's say it's broken, the press pin's finally wore out on you or whatever, and the blade's in somewhat decent condition, you can go ahead and transfer that blade to this balisong, because the tolerances and the sizes in this right there are very close, if not, they all seem to share the same tolerances. I mean, even, okay, this is manufactured by a totally different company right here, and you can see the spacing is almost perfect as far as the blade on this. So let's say if I had an issue with this, the handles are garbage, I couldn't really use it. Maybe I don't favor these handles, and actually, to tell you the truth, I don't really like these handles so much. The cutouts kind of burn up my fingers. The Mtech handles are a lot better. I could go ahead and swap this blade with that and have an Mtech, the Darrel Ralph design handles with a different blade, make a hybrid balisong very easily, very easily. So there's a bunch of things you can do. It's not a bad purchase, and to tell you the truth now, in hindsight, if I were to think about it again, because at first when I was messing around with the balisong, was sitting there, I mean, 1 week, like every day I was cutting myself to the point where I was just like, dude, I almost felt like selling them all. And so I ended up getting this Kimura trainer. Now, in hindsight, if I would have been able to handle this knife or the Mtech twist comb, I would have gotten this over the Kimura trainer. And I believe they're pretty much priced the same. If anything, the Kimura style trainer is actually a little bit more expensive. So there you go, guys. The action on this, or the tolerances on this, this is acceptable for a balisong. I would say something that's not acceptable is if your handle is creeping way over here, maybe about another eighth of an inch or so. That would be unacceptable. So this is pretty much in the acceptable range. Fit and finish on this is really nice. Good attention to detail. In contrast, or in comparison to my regular Mtech twist with a dark finish, just very nice. And I love these handles. They're very comfortable the way they've done it. A lot of times when you have balisongs with these grooves cutouts, they have a tendency to burn your fingers up as you're flipping them, and this is kind of really mild and rolled over where it doesn't bother you so much. So all in all, pretty cool. Glad I had a chance to get my hands on one of these and mess around with it. Although I don't dig the comb factor of this, I think it's kind of cheesy. It does serve its purpose, especially if you're going to be flipping maybe in a public area or somewhere where you have people around you that may cause issues. This is undeniably a trainer. This is not going to hurt somebody. You've got comb bristles on there from far away. You can tell that this is not a weapon that could hurt somebody, and then you're less likely to be hassled or harassed or getting yourself in any kind of trouble or grief over flipping something like this. So definitely that's an added plus for this, and for the price of 20 bucks, it's not bad at all. Pretty cool knife. Like I said, you could always swap into a real blade. Let's say if you have one other balisong, you favor these handles better, you can go ahead and switch you could switch things around, because the tolerances, or not the tolerances, but the spacings in the hardware are similar to most other balisongs that I've seen so far, and I've got a vast collection of it. I've probably got about 20 something balisongs, and I would say about 90% of them I could swap these handles out with those blades no problem. So anyway, guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. I appreciate all the support. If you have any questions, post them below. Remember, I got this at knifezilla.com. This and amongst the other cool stuff I've got on my channel. I always buy my balisongs from there. Really good deal, good shipping, all that cool stuff. So anyway, guys, take it easy. Appreciate your time. Peace.